adventure. We're at the end of day 10. Ready to go to day 11. Some pathological theses are being practically proven. First, we must see the inspector.
Folders, sticks, whips, and wicks, but no coins. Give them a miss.
Okay, fair enough. Day 11, no use beating around the grave, as the saying goes. Right, my microphone was out of place. Hopefully you could hear me during that introduction. Day 11, no use beating around the grave, as the saying goes. The reports are to be believed. This was the day you finally lost all authority. The hospital was shut down and utterly destroyed. The town was controlled by the army, and you were useless. What do you mean the hospital was shut down? What are you talking about? 3 days after the army arrived in town, General Block ordered your hospital closed, yes or no? Give me, Colonel. With all due respect, asking questions is my job. You promised not to interfere. Yes or no? Now what, Inspector? Will you let this tin soldier metal snatch your prey? Colonel, it would be more efficient if I asked the questions. Please let me. Belay, this is taking too long. General Block abused his authority, destroyed the only hospital in town. If this is not sabotage, what is? Did you try and stop him, Dr. Dankovsky? No, wait. It wasn't like that at all. You're twisting the past to suit your agenda again. That same day, Block soldiers began shelling the town and its civilian population with artillery, yes or no? I like your tone. I'm not here to be liked. I'm only interested in the army's actions in town. I know who is guilty of the disaster and who must be punished. And I need you to sign the testimony. I appreciate your honesty. Unlike our friend Inspector here, you're not trying to hide the scapegoat that the scapegoat is already set. Just sign the paper, Dankovsky. So that's why we need Block for day 11. Because he's quite important to the plot. Missing the point, it wasn't Block or the military who decided the town's fate. On day 11, more important events took place. Is that so? Enlighten me. Only if you promise not to interrupt. Let us begin, shall we? Day 11, in which some pathological theses are proven. Hear the thunder of cannons.
This is it.
Let's break some mirrors, shall we?
Optics, vision. Their answer is in mirrors. Camera obscura. Camera lumina.
That'll do.
Oh, Yulia is very intelligent. Shame that it's a tragic kind of intelligence.
Yes. Sometimes I try and picture how all this ends. I can't accept that there's only one ending, so many possibilities, yet all of them have to pass through the eye of a needle. I feel like such a meager thought. It feels like such a meager thought somehow. It's like someone's trying to force an ending on me, one that isn't the one that should be. You can feel the world flicker, can't you? How sometimes you can walk both sides of the street at once? I think it should be the same with the great decisions. Then what gives them value? What gives them weight? If everything can be redone. Can you dance? A little. Just waltz, and even that without love. They say Simon danced splendidly in his youth. Dance isn't just the body's grace, it's the mind's grace. You still haven't learned to think like a dancer, Daniel. Because I'm not a dancer, I'm a doctor. I'm serious, you know. A dancer who's liked and not afraid to move in circles. What matters to him is how every figure in the hall moves, not the exact point where he stops. Like the smallest particles of matter, they're in a constant dance too. Simon, sometimes it feels like he was made out of different matter than I am. It's not true. And when you really begin to feel Simon's path, you'll know that. I'm not sure I even want that.
Never alone. Things everywhere.
Haha! I wasn't expecting me to come out of this door. I didn't care. Yabba dabba dabba da. Should be good for a little longer. That's my cool stuff. Feel a lot less confident without my constant source of junk I have with me everywhere. Act of intimidation. Must prepare a new vaccination. I can't imagine how I managed without Yakov's little help. Monstrous cannons. From the stone yard, the casualties and destruction aren't visible. I don't think Georgie will talk to me anymore because I've not. Cathedral's closed. Inquisitor's orders. Strange, Kaminsky didn't seem to lock himself away during the daytime. That's neither my business nor is it yours. Locked means locked. Alright, fine. I'm just asking. Visitor will see you after 2 o'clock period. The order to close the cathedral to outsiders is not up for discussion, if you say so. Overseen. Where the devil have you been? You were supposed to report back 5 minutes ago. Sorry, sir, there's been nothing to report. The kids? Well, they're kids. What kind of negotiations can you have with them? They throw rocks, hurl insults, ignore lawful demands. Ask you not to take any action. Let me speak to the children myself. Excuse me. Who are you? What makes you think you have the authority to ask anything of our officer? I'm Daniel Dankovsky, the head of the emergency command dealing with the epidemic. Enough. You better be in another part of town when we get the signal to evacuate the children immediately. We don't interfere with your work, so do us the same favour. Do you think I like this order? General Block is right. The children must be evacuated from the city by the end of the day. Period. Looks like you know nothing about the children of the town. They'll resist you to the end. Fortify the left flank. Some sort of Palamenter has stuck in. That's the doctor. He's the one tormenting people with the plague in the theatre. Oh, really? He's got a rock right in the eye for me. Are rocks and insults the only weapons you have? I'm afraid that won't stop the soldiers. Well, tell them to get out of here. They won't even need the rocks then. I can knock a squirrel's eye out with a pebble from 100 paces. And people, they're bigger than squirrels. Tell them that. Let them think twice about it before barging in. They won't shoot us, will they, Doctor? Please say they won't. They most definitely will. They're soldiers. They have orders instead of brains. You'll better be better off if you come out. They can shoot all they want. I dare them. They'll think we can't fight back. No, sir. We have a couple of aces up our sleeves. If the massacre starts, they won't enjoy it. They want to evacuate you from the town to save you from the plague. This is them trying to do as good as they see fit. Just don't provoke them. They will be fine. Will too. We totally will. You can go ahead and tell them that. We'll keep provoking them and we'll never come out. This is our home. Maybe I want to die for my home. Maybe that's as far as I'm willing to go. Let the full-grown jackasses carry our bodies out of here feet first. Please call Khan. I'd like to speak with him. Dream on. Khan's getting ready for battle. Got no time for your parlamenters. I'm manning the barricades in his stead. I'm sure Khan won't let this come to a confrontation. And I'm sure you've got roaches living in your ears. Didn't I tell you to scram? You need to calm down, kid. Just don't throw rocks needlessly. Where will you find more this high up? A miracle. I had so much stuff on day 10. Was it all gone?
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
think they're encouraging grass to grow.
You invented this yourself.
It's quite a long walk, so I figured I probably should be Romania. On tobacco on you? Any tobacco on you? Cigarette maybe? Smoking is bad for you. That's what a regimental doctor used to say. Healthy man, the right sort. He was stewing his healthy cabbage. Shard went straight through his head. What's going on here? Why were the cannons fired? How should I know? They're arranging their shots on the town, I suppose. I've been standing here since night. Missed breakfast, my guts twisting. Cigarette used to help. Now tobacco's gone damp. Damn thing won't light up. Ending shots. What are you talking about? That's all my mania gone. And where are Linsky and Maslov? Where the horned devils are they? They were called off to storm the glass tower. Weren't you briefed? Lieutenant Grigoryev led them away. While we're stuck here in filth, Grigoryev's lot's getting ready to make war on children, and on top of that taking our men. Devil damn them. Permission to address you, Captain. In front of us you may use stronger words than devils. What is that kind of business? Kind of business? What's going on here? Huh? Off you go, Doctor. Go on. No, Doctor. Wait. Tell me this. Who in this so-called town is responsible for supplies? Give me the name of that noble gentleman. Since the Inquisitor Mark Kaminsky arrived, all authority has been concentrated in his hands. The Inquisition never acts with its own hands. Who did Kaminsky put in charge of provisions? Fuck. I tried. I'm responsible for the epidemic response, including the distribution of resources for it. Just as I thought, Markov Gugolev, be so kind as to place the doctor under arrest. And you, of course, have the Inquisitor's sanction, that's not actual sanction, to arrest the acting head of the emergency command. Captain, may I report, you can shoot me on the spot, but crossing the Inquisitor's vermin is asking for trouble. You may go. Don't let us catch you here again. Is that clear? That's wise. You don't need a conflict over nothing. Is here really the place for that? Join the army for truth, and this is what it comes to. First they sent us to the world's end, now they're putting people up against the wall. What do I tell my mother? She'll ask about my service. What do I say? Quit whining, will you? I'm sick enough as it is. Literally, I'm about to throw up. What happened? Did you hear it? Cannon fire in the town. Go take a look at the field kitchen yourself. You'll understand. I'm not going to describe it. It might make me vomit. Looks like I'll should steal my nerves. My stomach. Belshazzar's feast. Oof. Right, I'm gonna need more apathy. Why do that? Shouldn't have ended here. I did pick up... Nah, fuck it. I need more mania. Yeah, without my stuff, I'm not really confident in...
It was quiet in Town-on-Gorkho.
Let's go to a safer place.
Forgot that there's so much of the world. animated.
That'll do. It's 2. Something terrible happened in the soldiers' canteen. I'll examine the crime scene. The canned foods, goods look terrible. Might be infectious. Need to check them with all precautions. Slaughter happened here. Okay. Bare marks of army bullets. The folk. Okay. Rebel massacre, what happened here? Looks like they were shot. Looks like there was a scuffle, the food is bad. These our soldiers' food supply is quite meager, clearly from the town. Soldier arrived without their own provisions. Crates of old Gimski's seal and canned goods. They smell bad, I don't understand. Oh, that's why he was angry at me. Infected. I don't know, I need to check. Okay. Alright, I will say fair enough to the soldier. I would also be angry with the food provisions guy. Meat wasn't infected, but it was spoiled several days ago. The putrid smell, awful colour, greasy white lava. You wouldn't eat it even if starving. Worms. Okay, we'll come back there later. We have an alarm. I'm gonna go see Kaminsky. Where's my Aglaya? Mr. Kitch, which hand? Left. You guessed it, now switch. You hide something. Fine, which hand? Guess. That's not how you play. If you're asking which hand, you're supposed to hide something first. I haven't got anything gold, sorry. But I do. Learned it from the angry man. Here, take it. Better not go to him. I saw his eyes, he'll kill you. So saw his stars and he still brought me his note. How kind. Need to meet, come to my apartment in the hindquarters across this from the Mr. Martin pub. In case you forgot, not at the warehouses. Stanislav Rubin. So are you supposed to be a statue or a man? Come on, blink. Blink already. Do you blink or not? Hard to say. Blinked. He's just an actor from your town theatre, likely rehearsing another pantomime. Then why isn't he moving? If he's an actor, should I give him a shove? There was an avant-garde artist once. She laid out hooks, paints and a revolver, let the crowd do as it wished. No one knows who fired the shot. How can this be? They weren't ordinary townsfolk inside. You have no right. The bell tolls for everyone. I'm telling you, there's no point in rushing in there. Probably just Immortal stirring up trouble again, that's all. Wouldn't be surprised if he rang the bell himself, out of boredom, just to watch us come running. At least someone in the town is bored.
Mind you don't step off the stage and break something.
Yes. Well, look at who it is. Bachelor Dankovsky, proud cinema apologist. I'm afraid I have no two-dimensional images pressed onto strip of film for you today. Today I'm selling tickets to a proper performance. Something real and alive. Or not really alive, if we take into account the condition of one of the participants. So who exactly is dead? What, do you want me to spoil the story for you? You must be one of those vulgars who've first turned to the last page of a book just to see who is doomed before reading any of it. Pfft. Step into the cathedral. I don't want you to know. I want you to feel. I already know who's doomed. All of us. That's it. We're done for. Straight under the bench altogether. No, I've got a family here. I can't go under. I can't. I mean, it's got to be Karminski, right? Easy, lads. We'll rig out. No bench, no nothing. Just stick together. Our story's got a match. So here's how. In the report, I write that the boss broke the rules himself and told us to untie the resting guest. That's true, right? True? Is that some kind of professional jargon of yours? What does under the bench mean? Under the table. Figure it out. I'm telling you, if we feel the report's right, we'll slip out. Worst case... No, leave a smack on the head, a demotion, no big deal. Why are you acting like kids? Rest is a euphemism for torture. Am I understanding that correctly? What are you picking up words for? Not now. Rogov, know this. I ain't lying in my report. Nope. You want to drag us all down with you, huh? You screw up, you're a mess. What screw up, lad? You what? Throwing me under the ball already? I like there's no bus to throw people under. We're all in this, gotta stick tight. I'll write it plain. You were told to watch the resting guest. You stood there picking your nose. I'll write it just like that. You saw the guest, right? Scrawny thing, an artsy bookworm. What was there to watch? It's clear as day in this file. A softy. A drunk to boot. Who could have guessed he'd jump like that? Smash the mirror in mid-leap. Scrab a shard. Takes skill, that. The boss himself told us to untie him. Don't shove it on the boss. That's low. You've paid already for a slip-up. Now we'll pay too. And you, Rogov, most of all. Gentlemen, kindly explain what happened here. What's it to you? Who are you for us to answer to you? That's Dankovsky, lads. The boss brought him here to the team when he arrived. Kept calling him in, too, all the time. They'll ask him what happened here. Sure as death. Yeah, right. All the more reason to tell him the right version of what happened. There will be no right version. Tell me the truth. I've already heard you talking anyway. The boss called in the architect, Peter Stomatin, for questioning. We bought him. Interrogation started. The boss himself ordered him untied. Said he'd make him talk better. And you, Rogov, you were ordered to watch Stomatin. You, not us. That's what I'm saying, Dankovsky. Boss's orders. Stomatin was sitting there like he'd fall off the chair already, hardly breathing. I just turned to get him some water so he wouldn't croak. then he jumps straight for the mirror. Mirror shatters. He grabs a shard, and to the boss, in 1 second like a tiger. Did Kaminsky die instantly? Did you try to attempt first aid? Of course we did. We're trained to do that, but that wound, Martin was trained too, and stabbing. We don't deny our responsibility, everyone except Rogov. Lads, maybe to hell with this report. Maybe we vote for the step, eh? Better than paying for this. Run, all three of you. They'll ask me, sure, and I'll say you died of plague, bodies burned. Really? That'd save us proper. Lads, let's run. Go to Martin and the report's main thing now is to wait until the crowd clears the square and slip out quiet. Rogov, no, they'll find us anyway. I've got family. I vanish. They'll come for them. Though if we can reach the telegraph, warn them to leave. Gentlemen, make your decision. Someone will be coming in here soon. Oh, of course his brother's here as well. Hey! Well, he knew how it was going to end, so... Okay, we'll talk to him last.
I can't promise it'll taste good, but it will be piping hot.
I don't know why I really enjoyed that quote. Andre had his way. Do you think it was because of Kaminsky? No, Kaminsky was the only spark that set the fuse alight. The real powder keg was always Andre's conflict with the cathedral. I like that he's Andre Stomatin. He's Andre. What do you mean? Can a man really be in conflict with a building? An architect can. Andre wanted to use the cathedral to reach Farkad, to prove to him that he'd been right in their old dispute. You cannot wipe Kaminsky's blood from the stone with some rag. It will seep down to the foundation, to the very essence, and will twist it forever. Farkad had asked me to prevent this. I was too late. What, did Farkad speak to you from the grave? Are you like Grace now, hearing voices of the dead? You wouldn't understand, he keeps repeating the same thing. Vertical lines are deadly here. The step is one endless horizontal, and the longer I live while he lies in his grave, the more I come to admit that he was right, and Andre never did. Peter, you're in shock. Breathe deeper. Count to 4. What?
Nude, naked, gullible, vulnerable.
Okay then, Dankovsky, come to admire my new masterpiece. I've always said, can't have true poetry without wounds. Here's the proof. Even an Inquisitor can be turned into something beautiful. You only have to introduce his throat to a shard of mirror. Well, what do you think? Am I seeing doubled? You look like Peter, but you speak like Andre. Who are you? You're not easy to fool, Dankovsky. Good thing it wasn't you interrogating me. But that slug in a suit, you didn't notice the switch. You only realised what was happening when he was already gargling on his own floor. Oh, I see. Oh, how he gargled. You should have heard it. Why did you kill him? Sorry, I fucking well slow there. Why did you kill him? Don't you know why he was trying to lock up Peter? What he wanted? Dankovsky was a collector. The vilest species of human being. Worse than a thief. A slug in a suit wearing a human face. I don't understand. A collector of what? Hanging? Sentences? He was a sworn enemy of every auteur, of anyone who creates new and the impossible. I know his kind. He collects impossible objects, appropriates them. He's the guy in the menu, the foodie. I forget his name. Don't breathe drink, John. You have to drink. That's why he came here, to claim the polyhedron as his own. He won't do that anymore. Even possible to appropriate an impossible object? Anything could be appropriated, even someone else's masterpiece. Inquisitors have their ways, and I have a way to stop them. A blade to the throat, and that's the end of the song. Or in this case, a mirror shard to the throat. How fortunate that he filled the cathedral with mirrors. Kaminsky loved my and Peter's work so much that he's now become one of them. He even prepared my brushes and paints, covering the cathedral in mirrors for no reason at all. I never expected such luck. Look how beautifully the shard glitters in his throat. Do you think that kind of visual effect is easy to create? It takes skill and inspiration. It really is beautiful. Now Kaminsky belongs to me. His body is my painting. No, a fresco. More fitting for a cathedral. Well, I'm glad this is Kaminsky and not Aglaya. I just need to choose a title. Also, the Inquisitor always dies, doesn't they? Don't they? I'm torn between lesson in throat singing or the unbearable mirrorness of non-being. Which do you like better? Mirrorness of non-being? Come on, you're being pretentious. Doesn't it get old for you, personally? Why not? I have the right. How many people do you know who turned an Inquisitor into art exactly? Right, it's a shame you can't stab the army as well, though. Thank you, Andre. Kaminsky was worse than the plague. His death is a blessing to us all. What are you talking about? You think I'm saving the town? You're funny. If I saved anyone, it was my brother. Don't tell me you really think you created some kind of art. Your hard work. Look, there's a thing called context. You see the body? That's the text. But what happened to it and why, that's the context. And that's what matters. Context turns dead flesh into art. Do you follow? So why am I even explaining this to you? Farcad was the same. Always put the text above context. And now, what about subtext? But now look at him. Your cathedral, Farcad? It's part of my masterpiece too. I can hear you whining from the grave. I really like that Andre was the one to do a piece of art. Because, like, Peter, like... Am I getting them confused? Peter also said that you did all of this because of Farcad. An artist... Let me double check. Artists shouldn't explain the meaning of their work. Let's just say the cathedral's a bloody frame for my painting. Used to be clean, now it's stained with blood, desecrated. Proper frame is half the work, you know. I'm satisfied. You could say I slit 2 throats with 1 shard. Fine, you've killed Kaminsky. What now? Now, I'll enjoy the fame as a great artist, of course. They're hanging you for killing an Inquisitor, you understand that? What's this, Stankovsky? Am I hearing you right? Are you afraid of death? I'm afraid of nothing. Where's Peter? Where is Peter? Yeah, so Peter gets all the acclaim because of the tower, so it's easy to downplay Andre. I just wanted to make sure I understood that correctly. How did you do the hair? It won't break. Nina, what you doing here?
And worst of all, a coward. Always been a coward. Oh, I hate it.
Nina was dead from the start. I mean, it doesn't mean Nina's not here. I foresaw the death of the hanging judge would come from mirrors. He was an entomologist. I felt that he'd want to take our creations apart down to their atoms and lock them away in the mustiness of a museum. I thought he would poke his nose where it did not belong and end up lost among the facets of the polyhedron. They are mirrors too, after all. And yet, as it turned out, oh, how ironic was that? You foresaw it? Several days ago, on the night before the night of your arrival, I had a dream. An iron heart fell upon the faces of the mirrors, but it was the metal that shattered, not fragile glass. From the heart, real blood poured forth. At once I understood the dream was about the death of an inquisitor. I only misjudged the particulars. And you interpreted the mirrors literally. I would have taken them as a metaphor of Simon's deeds or of the Kane's grand idea as a whole, for instance. Which is precisely why you are not a mistress in Danhill. Touching as your attempts may be to catch the glimmers of prophecy. You see, I erred in the opposite direction, towards excessive metaphor. I thought the mirrors symbolized the polyhedron. Sometimes mirrors are simply mirrors. They kill simply, with just a sharp edge. You knew this would happen, why did you not warn me? Why did I? Why would I warn you, Danhill? I simply thought that you trusted me. Ah, of course I trust you. Some events must neither be delayed nor hastened. They must, a little bit vulnerable there, must be allowed to occur at their proper hour. You wish to take revenge for your father, whose mind Kaminsky destroyed, am I right? Death is ugly. Mother always said that a seer does not spill blood with her own hands. Blood is simply spilled where it needs to. You're evading an answer. You wanted revenge. If I had merely wanted it, the dream would not have come to me. The gift does not obey petty desires. No, in his death there is beauty and harmony of a higher order. Beauty of a... There's certainly irony in it. You think me a heartless witch? That is not so. I will not pretend that people are equal. We are all born and with different talents and different hearts, yet not all possess the strength to find themselves to be polished into glory. To equate simpletons with geniuses and talents like Simon, my mother, yourself, simple mockery. It's acknowledging him, but I guess I do time travel quite casually. What does Kaminsky have to do with that? He was an intellectual, a man of Kane's caliber. You're mistaken, like my aunt. He knew how to speak grand words, but not how to feel grand meanings. He loved exhibits, and he became an exhibit himself. In that single gesture, there was more thought than his entire life. You decide rather deftly how much meaning a person holds. I hope you will go to our family and build the town beyond the river. It will happen soon. And it will be far more interesting than this town. I don't really consider that metaphorically the next town could just be the next game. This town and its fate is what concerns me now. So, you dreamed of mirrors, but how did they come to be in the cathedral? Without a shard, the attempt on Kaminsky would surely have failed. My decision. Kaminsky is dead by Andre's hand. Maria saw it in dream. Does that prophecy mean inevitability? I'm in danger! No, 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 no! Oh, I didn't realise that could grab hold so early. That...
Misophonia, Dankovsky. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like you have to get a bad ending before you can get a good one. Also, okay. This is higher than I remember it being. Yeah, I might load my game. I'm gonna have to take a peek out of curiosity though. I like, yeah, at the start of the game, the mania apathy thing isn't really scary. And it isn't when you have supplies. But it is when, like, I do like how you get stranded in places and go, oh no, he might just shoot himself. Okay, we're gonna load our game anyway, I think, so. Yeah, maybe I wasn't supposed to be able to sneak past the children like that. Okay, that puts us in the cathedral anyway. Hey, Ma! What? I don't want to do that again. I'm gonna cut it there. I don't think I was supposed to be able to slip past them. And I'll happily cut this day in half. I'm just gonna be a long one, isn't it? Thank you very much for watching. I've been the Johnstruct Pathologic 3 adventure.